Well, so one of the things that we've learned in cancer care in recent years is that there's a limitation to clinical trial data, and that is that clinical trials are only offered to a very small portion of patients in this country. Maybe 3 to 5% of cancer patients enroll. So we end up having a very limited proportion of cancer patients in general who participate in trials, and the inclusion-exclusion criteria are really highly restrictive. So when the results become available, we don't necessarily know to what extent they're applicable to the broader population of cancer patients who are cared for around the country. And that's really the beauty of what real-world data allows, which is that we can learn lessons from the care that patients, the large population of patients, are receiving all the time, and draw conclusions about the extent to which drugs are effective in particular populations or subpopulations, the extent to which patients experience side effects, and we can learn lessons about cost of care in the real world. The way I look at it is we've been entering enormous amounts of data into electronic medical records now for 20 plus years, and yet when we want to pull that data out and do analysis to understand patterns of care, patterns of outcomes, and costs of care, it's really been difficult to do that. But we've recently developed technologies that are making that more possible. And I think it's terrific that today's FDA is so open-minded about the idea of using this data to learn lessons that can be applied to the industry as a whole and help us drive knowledge forward. So I'm overall extremely supportive of the FDA's direction and excited to hear that they're ready to use this data in a big way to improve cancer care for patients, to accelerate the pace of drug development, and that sort of thing.